Hey nerds, what's up? Welcome to the Shred Shack. I don't know what the fuck we're calling this show, but we're going to listen to your music. I'm here. Bird's here with me. We're going to check out some tracks. Today we've got 4 on the docket. If you want to hear us review your music, make sure to leave them in the comments of this video. Check out our Facebook, leave them there, or on Twitter as well. So Bird.
Yes.
The first one we have up today is by The Grasshopper Lies Heavy. It's called Crocodile Tears from Collection 1.
Yes, I'm excited for this. So
I know you listened to a little bit of it before we started.
Yes.
I also listened to a little bit before we started, but as we started this video, I said, Bird, I think you're going to like this one. And you said, I did.
I did. I already listened to this one. This one I know that I like it a lot. So
we're gonna listen to it live right now, and then we're gonna give our immediate reactions to you, the viewer at home. So here we go.
So like as soon as I heard this, I was immediately like, ooh, this is right up my alley. This is noisy.
That's what I thought too.
This is noisy and just riff central. Like,
yeah.
I think after doing all these reviews and stuff for the channel, I realized like I love a good solid riff. And when it's noisier and it's got more distortion, I just fucking love it.
I'm listening to it right now, and I've listened to most of it already. Mm-hmm. The riffs are what makes this particular song great.
Yeah. A lot of
production
bass too. It's just,
yeah, I like the production on it. It's not like overly done. I think for the style and especially the sound that they're going for, I feel like too much production could have ruined this.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's
love the guitar tone on the on those lower notes. Like when it really chugs along there at the beginning and sort of right after that break, holy shit, the guitar tone is fucking solid.
Oh yeah, this is absolutely amazing. Like this is an A+ in my book, and I didn't realize till after I listened to this that I had actually heard these guys very briefly before.
Oh really?
They have a new album that just came out in February. It's only 2 tracks that are both like 20 minutes long, and it's a bit more ambient and drawn out. But came up in like my Bandcamp feed just like very randomly, and I remember seeing the name, and then when I saw the cover for the collection with like the weird rat face, that's where I was like, okay, I have seen this before.
Okay,
like I've heard of them, but it wasn't one of those like I heard them and was like, I'll come back to this, and like never really went back to it. Which was kind of a shame, but like for the benefit of this, this video we're doing, I think it's great because it's like, oh, I kind of knew of them, and it was. I just love it.
So I think I knew going into it that you were gonna like it, and I think the fact that it doesn't have vocals normally would have been a hindrance for me, but I think that's what made this track cool.
Yeah. And see, that's the difference between you and I is sometimes, like a lot of times, if it doesn't have vocals, it seems like you're kind of out, and it seems like when there's no vocals, I'm kind of more in.
I think the fact that it doesn't have lyrics or vocals does it a service because it's relying on the riffs, and the riffs are so much fun to listen to.
Oh yeah.
I don't know that. Are we going to do a number rating system on this? I hadn't really planned on it. I figured we were just going to talk about it.
I say we either say whether we approve or disapprove, or whether we like it or we don't. I mean, I really like this one. I said A+, and that is like 100% what I think. So
normally this wouldn't have been something that I would have immediately gravitated towards.
Yeah.
But now that I've listened to it, I like it. Ooh, that solo's nasty.
Yeah, right?
So we're back for song number 2. This is Proliferation, Herrequiem Dream. And if I fucked up the name of your song, I'm sorry. So obviously, We may be playing some of the song during this. I don't know how. I don't really know how we're going to edit this together yet, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, right off the bat, the production for this kind of black metal song is good.
Yeah.
And not necessarily your typical, not your typical black metal production,
No.
which can be good and can be bad depending on where you're going with it. I think this is perfect in its setup, in terms of its production. It's clean. The higher vocals give me a little bit of a Danny Filth vibe, but
Yeah.
that kind of goes away after the first 30 seconds or so, because they're adding all these different style of vocals. The lower ones remind me a lot of Michael Ackerfeld when he used to like to scream, which is apparently not a thing anymore.
Oh, yes.
But the vocals in themselves, the way that they're structured and layered, make for a really cool sound. I'm a big sucker for this. I do this a lot in stuff that I'll make. I'll do those higher screaming vocals and those lower ones, and even pitch shift some down, so it's this really big, weird sounding thing. And I really dig that in this. As we were watching through, Bird had mentioned that, so we're watching a lyric video right now for the song, and during the breaks when there isn't any lyrics or any vocals happening, it gives you an idea of what was happening and where stuff was recorded. And Bird, and this totally makes sense, it seems like a lot of the stuff that's happening is in different places around the world. So I don't know if this is a project that's being worked on by different people all over.
Right.
I didn't really do a lot of research, and I'm probably not going to. No offense to everyone.
That's all right.
But yeah, I like the production. I like the vocals. I think the vocals are great. The guitar work is great. The way that the song flows is also really good.
Yeah, I love
it's
the
got
way.
a nice.
It's just it's very dynamic to me. There's lots of stuff going on, so.
Yeah, I agree with that. It picks up in places, it comes back down again, and the moment that I'm on right now is actually it almost starts off as like a slowed down bluesy segment.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. It's not 100% bluesy, but it slows down in that way, and is really cool. The solo work is fucking great.
Yeah, it's really good.
I was as soon as that first lead lick hit right towards the beginning, I was like, oh shit, okay.
That's a nasty solo.
Yeah, this isn't just going to be a bunch of guys playing over top of a drum kit from hell blast beat. This is some real shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I like black metal mostly. It's not one of my favorite things in the world, but this is definitely something. It's dynamic enough. There's enough going on. It's got, that little bit of power metal. It's got a little bit of other stuff here and there that makes it interesting for me. If you're unless you're one of the big old school black metal bands, just doing straight up an old school black metal thing isn't gonna impress me very much. So doing something totally this is just. It's interesting to me, and I immediately thought Cradle of Filth with the very symphonic version of death metal. That's immediately where my head went. It's not exactly that, but it definitely made me. It definitely invoked that at least a little bit for me. Was that Cradle of Filth sound basically?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I felt like I got a lot of some Winter Sun style riffs in there as well.
Yeah, I
which
could definitely
again sort of lends itself to that power death kind of scenario that they do. So yeah, I think all of it. I haven't heard anything in this song that I didn't think didn't work in the favor of the song.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
So that's that. Check them out. It looks like. Hold on, let me full screen my video. It looks like they have a Bandcamp. They do. So check them out on Bandcamp at proliferationmetal.bandcamp.com. You can check them out on Facebook as well and on Instagram. So if that's something that you're interested in, by all means, check them out. I really enjoyed it. I'm probably going to at least pick up the single, if not check out the whole album. So we'll see you in song number 3. So this is Voices of Vain, Weight of the Hammer. I have, like, when I listen to music, Bird, and I know you know this, but maybe I'm talking to the people at home.
Yeah, that's fine.
When I find something I like about a song, I immediately react to it. And as we were listening to this together, that's the first thing I started doing. Those big, farty open chords. I love it. The song, first of all, starts off with an acoustic guitar, which, okay, whatever. I mean, that's kind of a standard thing in metal, right?
Yeah.
But detuned acoustic guitar, when you hit those lower notes,
oh yeah,
and it really just fucking like twangs, like it bongs like that.
Yeah,
it's so fucking cool.
It almost sounds like an acoustic bass almost.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So the part that's happening right now, at least on my end here, is the song just basically it starts off as like a I would say almost like a stonery, doomy kind of beginning, like not ultra slow.
like a post metal. It sounds very post metal.
Yeah, I agree. And it goes into this double time and then goes from double time to blast beats and then slows back down again. And in any other circumstance, that would have been jarring as fuck. And as soon as it happened, I was like, oh shit, okay, we're just fucking doing this.
Yeah, Tom literally went, oh shit. I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's good. So I'm at like a minute 58 right now, almost 2 minutes in, and we're getting into like a breakdown section, which again would have been something in any other song that I'm not a big like breakdown kind of slamcore kind of stuff. Like I'm not into the big goofy dramatic breakdown, but it doesn't last for very long here. And in the context of the song, it works, and it helps break up that, like, all the pace changes that are getting made.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I think the song itself is, and I totally agree with what you said, Bird. I think the song is too diverse to really consider it metalcore. Now, maybe that might just be this song. I don't know. But I really enjoyed the song. It had a lot of things that I liked from post-rock. It had a lot of things I liked about thrash metal. It had a lot of things I liked about death metal. Like, there was a lot of things happening in the song that all really worked for me. But yeah, I would say this is definitely, I would pick this up. I like this track. It's got a lot of things that I like about different genres. And it even has stuff that I wouldn't normally like from genres that I wouldn't necessarily listen to, and makes them work in a way that I enjoy.
Yeah.
So this is a 100% yes from me.
This is the only thing I'll say about this. I have not listened to anything else these guys have done.
Yeah,
this
me either.
song is a yes. I am very curious to see what else they sound like. Because this song I think is really, really good. I think this is almost like a great. But I'm very curious to see what the rest of their catalog sounds like.
Yeah, so. I would agree with that. I'd be interested to see if this level of detail moves on from just this song.
Yeah, absolutely. So
okay, so that was Voices of Vain, Weight of the Hammer. Check them out online. Let me look in the YouTube video description. And I'm guessing they probably have a Bandcamp, which is okay. So they've got if you go to, you can find all of their music at voicesofvain.com. They've got SoundCloud and some other stuff. So if you want to check out their music, purchase some music, that's where you can find them at. So again, voicesofvain.com and some SoundCloud and Facebook and all that jazz. Check them out. It's definitely a thumbs up from me.
Same here.
All right, so we're checking out Panzram from Virulent Scourge from Judgment of Carrion.
Oh, can you send me the link? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Didn't even think of that. All right, so this is Panzram by Virulent Scourge from the album Judgment of Carrion. You can check them out, obviously, as you can see on the screen. We're checking them out on Spotify right now. So the song's pretty short. It's about 3 minutes and 14 seconds. And I'm a big fan of the short track. For anybody that listens to any of the stuff I do, you'll know that. Short and concise and to the point. I liked it. It's got a lot of like early Death Chuck Schuldiner vibes.
Yeah.
Which I dig. The guitar work is cool. Drummer is clearly got it fucking together.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Because the drummer's doing a hell of a lot of work in this song. A hell of a lot of work. And the production in itself on the song is a lot like early Death. Well, I let me rephrase that. Sort of mid-era Death.
Yeah.
Before Sounds of Perseverance, but after Pull the Plug.
Exactly.
The guitar work was great. It was fun. It was technical. The solos were cool. They had a lot going on for them. The only thing I didn't really care for was the vocals. They just didn't do it for me.
Yeah.
I think we talked about this a little bit, but it sounded like the vocals were more of like a Phil Anselmo-y kind of hardcore vocal.
Yeah.
And for the music that's being played, it didn't necessarily resonate with me. They're not bad. I think in a different style they would work, in a different style of music, not music, but in a different style in a different genre of metal.
Yeah,
I think they
agree.
would fit. But yeah, they just seem they seem out of place. And with the production being that sort of mid to late 90s sound, the vocals are really high in the mix. So it's like, even if I wanted to try to listen past them, it's kind of hard to do that.
Yeah, when you're not particularly fond of like the vocals or any aspect of the song that you're listening to, and that's kind of the highest thing in the mix, it's kind of like like I like the song. The song is good overall. It's just like it's a pretty standard like death metal, fast death metal track. Like I said, a little bit of black metal, maybe a little bit of like grindcore, but pretty standard. No real beef with it, like I said, except for the vocals. And I don't think I have beef. I think they just don't do it for me.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
I would listen to the rest of this album, but I'm not sure I would listen to it more than like once or twice.
Yeah.
So it's definitely not bad though. So
I enjoyed it. Yeah, it's just the vocals themselves didn't really do it for me. And again, because of the way that it's produced, the vocals are so high up in the mix that you can't even really listen past them. Yeah, but I enjoyed it. I would say if you're into old school death metal or the band Death, I think you'll enjoy it. There are some thrashier elements that pick up sort of towards the end of the song, and sort of throughout. There's a lot of those like Chuck Schuldiner death breakdowns where you're really just which is awesome. I'm always a big fan of those, and I love that stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's a good song. I liked it. Just vocals didn't really do it for me.
Yeah, I kind of agree. And it's weird because we're kind of in agreement on most of these things,
which is usually not the case. I thought of all the things. I thought the Grasshopper Lies Heavy would be something that you weren't quite as into, and I was a little surprised that you really dug it. But yeah, I mean, I know I don't think we've brought this up on the channel or anything, but Tom and I are related. We're pretty close. You couldn't tell by looking at our fucking faces,
right? But we're pretty close in age too. So we have similar tastes in music, but there's a lot of divergent stuff.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So, like I said, I'm very into like the noisy, like loud, like noise rock end of things, and Tom's into a lot more punk and power metal and stuff like that than I am. So
if you like this video, thanks for watching. If you have music you want us to review, leave it in the comments. Please don't send us a download link. I'm not downloading your malware. Please don't do that.
Send us a
Bandcamp link. Send us a YouTube link. Send us a SoundCloud link. Whatever you like. we'll check it out. But yeah, thanks, Bird.
Thank you, sir.
It's a weird way we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna fucking edit this thing, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
And if you enjoyed any of the bands in this episode, please go check them out and support them. I know, as somebody who makes music and puts it up on the internet, that a lot of bands aren't making a whole lot of money right now because of shows, obviously, but also because of the way that places like Spotify and other things operate. You make almost no money on listens on Spotify, so much so that it's a joke. So please go to Bandcamps and SoundClouds. If you enjoy this music, buy it on iTunes if it's there. Again, Bandcamp and SoundCloud are probably your two safest bets on getting your artists the most money.
I buy a lot of stuff on Bandcamp. In fact, as we're recording this, it's a Bandcamp Friday, so I'm going to be spending a lot of music. In fact, I already have.
So thanks for watching. And remember, I forgot to add this at the beginning, all of these opinions are just mine and Bird's. They don't represent the entirety of the Shred Shack. For whatever reason, we're supposed to say that. It's almost like they think we're going to piss people off.
Yeah, I think they think we're going to piss people off, Tom.